I'm not gonna lie, there's something magical about elevators.
You crazy mother.
Sun is out. Hey, what's up, you guys? Today, I have been feeling so fugly. Like, my brain, seriously, I just finished up with a test and we're gonna rewind and go back because I didn't really introduce this video very well. But basically, it's like 12 o'clock right now and I'm feeling funny. And I'm spinning around in circles and it's super freaking hot. I don't know why I'm talking so much. Anyway, guys, welcome to the video. I hope you stick around because today I am trying to get back on the grind of my entire bulking prep, okay? Because I want to spend 6 to 8 months of like serious dedicated work and focus and doing well. And we're only like a month and a half in and I feel like I'm just losing a little bit of focus. Not to say that like I've fallen off the grind or that I haven't been doing my work. Like I feel like I've been doing all the little minutia stuff, but I'm not actually grinding through it. I'm not like paying attention to the articulate details. I'm not optimizing every single detail that I just want to optimize. And that's me. Right now that I want to be on this bulk, I want to feel like I'm going through those minutia details. Is that the proper way to say that? I don't even know. Let's start this. Just got out of that math test. I couldn't focus on anything. I am so like, I've never been hungover, but I feel hungover. Like literally if you can see it, I don't know why my eyes feel bloodshot. And I was just like, I couldn't focus, which is really weird because I was taking a test. So it would be like I came to random questions and like I knew what I was looking at and I knew what I was supposed to do and I did it. But I have no clue how I did it. So what we're gonna do right now is absolutely mandatory. I'm going to get coffee because, to be frankly honest, I feel like shit. First thing we gotta do is come to the douche mirror. I call it the douche mirror.
Baby. Yeah.
Like I said, I'm feeling so out of it, and I really don't know why. Because I feel like I got a decent amount of sleep last night, and there's no reason why my recovery would be off, because I'm eating enough. I don't know, I feel really sore today, I know about that. But either way, I know as soon as I down this coffee, get a little bit of homework done, I should be doing good.
Yeah. Waiting for the time to pass you by. Hope the winds of change will change your mind. I could give 1,000 reasons why, and I know you, and you got to make it on your own, but you don't have to grow up. You can stay forever young.
Puddles all over that stairwell that I'm trying not to walk into. Okay, so to kind of put into perspective the things that have been going through my mind in terms of like this bulk and my entire perspective towards fitness and my program and my planning and all of that. If you guys hadn't ever figured this out, there are 3 main components, 3 simple things that go into fitness, especially go into muscle building and all of that. And that really just is like your training. No duh. If you don't lift a weight, then you're not gonna get big. I'm sorry, it works like that. So you have training, you have nutrition, the food you put in your body. energy is just like, it's just the way it works. You have to have proper nutrition going into your system in order to actually build muscle. Now, that proper nutrition is mainly correlated to the amount of energy, whereas the quality of energy. Whole another topic, you guys know what I'm talking about, clean food versus IFYM. Yeah, like I said, another topic. Then the third is your recovery. So those three little concepts, and yes, there are other like little minutia things that go into the process of proper muscle building, of proper fitness, of proper training. But yeah, so over the past couple days, I've been trying to refocus on some of those details. So overall for myself, like I said, training has been somewhat subpar when it comes to my mindset. Nutrition is really good, other than I feel like my fiber intake's pretty high. And then recovery needs to get a lot better. Anyway, Florida sun is really out. Look at that cloud. My gosh. Don't know what just happened with the camera. So yeah, Florida sun is out. I'm gonna chill on campus for just a little bit. I got a little bit of reading I need to get done. All right, so you tell me, what does this look like? What does this look like to you? It's pre-workout time. Kind of. This is not my pre-workout drink, it's pre-workout snack. Yeah, I've been like fighting with my pre-workout nutrition a lot, and I keep trying to determine if oats actually are a bad idea for pre-workout because they can sit heavy on the stomach. So I'm trying to just like time it right. And also, yeah, I don't know. So that peanut butter, because I decided I want to play with some of my fat to carb ratio and trying to go a little bit higher fat, which is annoying. I always just tend to eat higher carb because, well, honestly, like this is the reason. I run out of options and thoughts for high or fats. I don't know. Actually, the one other thing we're gonna do, we're only gonna do a small bit of the peanut butter, and then I need to go get eggs out of the other fridge. We're gonna throw an egg in the oatmeal. Trust me, it's a good idea. It works. It really does work. Just trust me. And there you have it. You have thick, delicious, juicy, not juicy, that makes no sense. Really good oats. Honestly, guys, adding an egg to the oats just makes it awesome. And so I'm gonna crush this, and then we're gonna hit the gym in probably like an hour and a half. Okay, there we go. We're good to go. It's a hot Florida summer day, so we got the hot, douchey blue stringer on. I don't know why, today is the day for me to feel like a douche. I promise I'm not. Okay, so this workout, honestly guys, I'm still feeling like very tight, very out of it, so there's gonna be a lot of mobility and stretching and warming up. It'll be a voiceover, so stick around for that. Okay guys, so for this voiceover, we're gonna be looking at the workout obviously I did in the blog, and I'm not exactly sure what we're gonna talk about. I know I wanna point out a couple things that was happening with my bench and a couple other stuff. You just saw like the lines that flashed across the screen. This is the program I'm on right now, the Ultimate Hypertrophy program. I've said that so many times. This is the warm-up set for my bench. Bench is something I've wanted to improve my bench for probably the last several months. This is my first warm-up set other than the bar itself, so you got 95 pounds here. But I so much want to get past 200, 225, some of those like milestones that should be just, you know, things that a lifter, like you get there pretty rapidly. It's taken me a lot longer. This is heading into my very first working set. Now, kind of give perspective, in my last mesocycle, the working set that I finished off with was 145 pounds for 12 reps. Now, but that was on a different bench, and I want to throw out this caveat because I'm not one to make excuses, but I am convinced that at Crunch Fitness in Bloomingdale, there's something up with the pads on both the bench and on, like, you know, the maneuverable benches for like dumbbells. Because I can always bench heavier and better at other facilities. I've tested this so many times. Like, guys, I'm legit convinced of this. Anyway, I hit 8 reps here for 155 pounds. I wanted to go up to 165, but I didn't have a spotter. My shoulder was kind of nagging me a little bit, and I didn't feel like I was actually going to get to 8 correctly. So, knocked the ego down and went for the 155. Obviously, there were 3 sets. This is the 3rd set here. I got a different angle. This is weird. So if you guys can kind of see, I'm pretty happy with the first few reps here. But then what starts to happen is my left shoulder. Watch that very closely because I've been having a lot of impingements in that area. That's probably not the right term. But it wants to pop out of position every single time I go down to do a really heavy rep. Like basically when my shoulder blades are tucked up in there, when the scapula is retracted, it's actually wanted to pop out. And what you see me do right here, I don't even know if this is good weightlifting or not, but I decided I wanted to pop up for just a second and then hit my last rep, the 8th rep here, got it down, I grinded it back up, and kind of watched my shoulder a little bit, because you can see that left shoulder really wanted to come out of its place, just pressing the weight up enough to where it got its way through. Anyway, next we moved on to my back with the lat pull downs. I didn't get to do lat pull downs in my last mesocycle. So when I saw them on the program for this one, I was freaking excited. Because I can feel my back so much better when I do a lat pull down. You kind of see here, what you might notice is that I'm not letting my arms completely extend at the very top. I'm kind of just remaining a small amount of tension, because that allows the muscles to stay fully contracted. I'm like kind of keeping in just a bit better tension. I did 4 sets of 10, and I think of the last set I actually got myself up a little bit closer to like 13 reps because it was an AM rep on the last set. This is the 4th set here, but I'm actually really happy with the form I chose to use, with the actual static way I held the bar and where I positioned it and where I allowed it to stop and where I had it contract. You might not be able to tell from this angle, but it is hitting my chest and I am getting the full range of motion. Overall, lat pull downs, do them. They're awesome. I loved them. It was great for this workout. I totally felt it in my back, and now my back is going to be sore for days, especially after the other back exercise I do in this workout. Anyway, moving on to dumbbell press. I have like a love-hate relationship with this movement right now, because on some days it's amazing and other days it's not. As you can kind of see right there, I have a spotter, and I try to limit the amount of times I use the spotter just so that I can rely on myself as much as possible. But I did just very, very lightly injure my shoulder on Monday. I think I just kind of hyperextended the shoulder joint a slight bit. So I just wanted someone there just to make sure that I was staying safe, that I could press the weight effectively, and actually having him there did end up being really good because something bad almost happened. Anyway, we're getting on to, I think I showed you the second set. There were 3 sets here of 10 reps for 55 pounds. So I was very happy with that. It was a slight bit of progressive overload since the last time I went in to do this. I ended up using 55s for, I can't remember off the top of my head. I do know this was a slight progressive overload from what I did last time. Finishing up these reps here. Like I said, having that spotter there, actually, like I was trying to get him to let go of my elbows a little bit. Like you can kind of see like he's holding it literally. Guys, if you're someone's spotter, don't do that. Like don't literally hover over whatever you're trying to spot. Let them do the work, and if you need to, then put in a little bit of extra help just to make sure the exercise is safe. Then here we got, what do you call these? Wow. Rack pulls. I haven't done rack pulls in a while, but I saw them in the program, so I was like, all right, let's do this. What I did do in the next set, because what you have here is that the bar is literally like just above my knees. I wanted them a little bit more down. I wanted just another inch so I could get a bit better range of motion. Then dumbbell lateral raises. Form here is very subjective, guys. A lot of different people have different ways they prefer to do the form. I'm doing what I have found to keep my shoulders safe, and that I can move the dumbbells effectively and still activate my shoulders. So this is the form where I'm keeping my shoulders a little bit bent. There's a slight bit of sway, and overall it's just keeping my shoulder joint safe while still putting a lot of stress on the lateral deltoid. Then getting to dips. This is another movement I haven't done in I don't know how long, but I saw it in the program, so I was like, all right, sweet, chest and triceps. As you can kind of see, I'm attempting to lean forward as much as possible, but it's not really the best, especially after those dumbbell pressing and then the dumbbell lateral raises. My shoulders were pretty much shot, which was not helpful for doing this movement. This is definitely a compound lift requiring both your chest, your shoulders, and your triceps. Then we finally got to go to the last exercise, and I think this is probably my favorite thing to do right now. Like, I'm not gonna lie, guys, dumbbell curling is awesome, but for myself, I don't really like unilateral dumbbell curls anymore, because I don't like when the stress and the tension goes off of one muscle to be placed on a different one. With the 2 dumbbells going at the same time, I kind of sped it up just to finish this, but I'm just able to put the maximum amount of tension on my biceps for the entire amount of time that I'm doing the lift. So I quickly want to give you guys just a physique update. This is me kind of like unflexed, more or less. This is from the side. We're getting there, guys. Like, the back is definitely, there's somewhat size being put on, but I have so much room to improve. I'm so ready for the muscle gains to happen. And I just know it takes time. Like, guys, it legit takes time, it takes effort, and just consistency. So anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this. Stick around for the next videos as I continue to document my progress on this bulk and stepping on stage next year. What the crap? This is like third vlog in a row where we're just walking in the rain. And even stupider, I continue to vlog and video myself while I'm walking in the rain. So actually I was in the gym for like a whole nother, I am holding the camera funny. There we go. I was at the gym for like a whole nother 30 minutes after my workout finally finished. So I was talking to one of the trainers named Frank, which is just a cool name, Frank. I don't know what that was. I was talking to one of the guys named Frank just about like how his clients have been because he recently started training there, asking him for tips because as you guys know, I'm studying for my personal training certification and I'm really enjoying that process even though right now I'm learning so much anatomy, which I suck at anatomy. They're just like 1,000,001 terms, like one after the other, and none of them ever sound like they're written in English. They're like a conglomeration of letters that somehow technically form a word, and much more so they correlate to an actual muscle or bone or ligament or something in your body, and I'm supposed to know all that. Yeah, anyway, it was really interesting talking to him, getting some of those tips, and now I'm like so motivated to get that certification done because I want to work with people. I want to make people's lives better. Yeah, I'm tired of getting wet, so I'll see you.